Alright, here's the deal. I love video games. I've played video games basically my entire life, but I've always been drawn more to the brain-dead side of gaming. Of course, I've tried and even completed some single-player games, but I usually stop playing after a few hours. But that changes today. And what better way to start than with one of the OGs, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. However, I wanted to do something special. Something to make my first time playing the game completely different from how others experienced it. So I added a solid amount of mods to start off, and will be adding and removing mods as I go to make things more interesting. And all mods, even if they don't appear in the video, will be linked in the description. With that out of the way, let's get started. Alright. That's enough. We start off with the usual and completely normal introduction to the game.
Hey, you.
You're finally woke.
And what's got bro down?
Check your vibes. You're yapping at Ulfric Stormcock. What goon cave are you from?
Why are you doxing me, Chud?
The throat goat is waiting.
Base, let's get this ratio.
This is Bus. I used to rizz up a gat from here. Funny. When I was a femboy.
Get these soy boys out of the carts. Eat!
You're not gonna jelk me.
Poggers! Anyone else feel like edging?
I didn't really care about making my character because I had this mod installed, but I never got it to work anyways, so yeah, we're just stuck with this guy. This man would rather die than listen to a woman.
Learn as you wish.
And apparently we're next in line. Thankfully, we're interrupted by a dragon, so we managed to escape. Oh.
To all the sovereign guard. You, come on.
I chose to follow Roloff, and we fight our way through the stronghold, making it out just in time to see the dragon fly away. We say our temporary goodbyes,
It's probably best if we split up.
and officially start a new adventure. I make my way towards Riverwood, activating this Mage Stone, and finding our first spell from a mod, which is very overpowered. It does 1000 damage only to male characters. So just like in real life, women are our biggest weakness. We eat the book and swallow it with some wine. And of course did some animal testing. Heading over to Whiterun, I stopped by Honningbrew just to get called ugly,
But you're not looking so good.
which prompted me to steal all of their belongings. And just outside, a plant told me he'd fuck me up. Don't think so, pal. This feline gave me a job to get rid of some bandits.
Then I took an arrow in the knee.
I talked to the Jarl,
When I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
Yeah, man, sounds great. At this point, I needed some rest, so I went to the local inn and asked this bard to play some music for me. This was when I realized just how literal this mod was.
I don't have much.
I removed the mod and then got some sleep. The next morning, I was mesmerized by how good this game looks, especially for something that's almost 15 years old. I wanted a car, but it was way too expensive for now. So instead I went and spent some more time with the cat people, which was a massive mistake since I quickly contracted some kind of furry STD. What the fuck? Still wanting a car for my adventures though, I learned that there was supposedly a bandit camp somewhere around the city, so I went and found it. I accidentally shot the car, but managed to take care of the bandits. Or so I thought. More bandits came as I was looting their camp, and they beat my ass. So I just went back and got my ass beat again. The third time I went back, I kind of ignored all the loot and just took the car and left. But because the car's not actually mine, it just drives off whenever I dismount. So yeah, not much I can do about that for now. I went to collect a bounty on a nearby bandit camp, and at first it kind of seemed abandoned, but it turns out it wasn't. And I didn't really feel like fighting all these guys, so I led them to some nearby Imperial soldiers, sat back and watched them kill each other. The bandits turned out to be stronger though, so I had to finish the last two by myself, and then went back to the camp. Got absolutely slammed, then managed to clear it out thanks to the frailty of this guy's balls and the human weakness to being shot in the stomach by arrows. I collected the gold and started my journey up north to kill even more bandits, but they were really strong. After choosing the fight though, I managed to clear the camp out, and now this bug follows me around. Clearing out another nearby camp, I realized just how dependent I had become on this certain spell, so I renamed myself something more fitting. It seems I've already made some enemies though, because some hired thugs tried to take my virginity as I stopped by Whiterun. One of them had this note on their person. Some guy named Amar sent them, and he calls us a thief. I obviously have no clue what this is about. I had another bandit camp to clear out though, so I did. Just to find out that there were even more. I got one more bug though. I found this random cabin with an old woman.
I'm just a poor old woman.
It all seemed completely normal until I broke into her basement, because it was filled with sus shit, as well as this note. And the second I came back out, she attacked me because I knew her secret. She's now dead. After the fight, I slept in her bed, which in hindsight wasn't a good idea, because I woke up hungry, still tired and with severe brain rot. Just like real life. And just like real life, I decided to ignore it and just live with it. I went to pick up the Dragonstone from this dungeon, saved this dickhead, only for him to try and scam me.
You fool. Why should I share the treasure with anyone?
But karma caught up with him in all of 20 seconds.
Knew it.
I continued through the dungeon, brute forced my way through this puzzle, and learned my first word of power, before being ambushed by a Draugr overlord.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me.
I took care of him, took the Dragonstone and gave it back to Farengar.
The Dragon Stone of Bleak Falls Barrow.
At the same time, a dragon's been sighted outside the city, but I needed to get rid of my brain rot and get some sleep before dealing with it. Now well rested, I make my way towards where they saw the dragon, and it comes back just in time. I quickly realized that the bow was gonna be the best way to take care of this, and thanks to all the guards, it was really easy. Once it's dead, it starts disintegrating, and we absorb its soul?
I can't believe it.
I have no idea what that means, but people start calling me Dragonborn, and now I have the power to yell. Cool. We speak to the Jarl again, and apparently the voices we heard afterwards was actually the Greybeard summoning us. For now, he names me Thane of Whiterun, and tells me to climb a mountain to go meet the Greybeards. He also gives us this woman, who's supposed to take care of my house or something. Since I don't have one though, I just give her a bunch of stuff to carry and tell her to stay in the city. After that, I took care of the last bandit camp with this new spell, and safe to say it works pretty well. There was also this town right next to the camp that needed my help evicting some squatters, so I did.
This is for you.
Next up, I visited Markarth, and immediately as I entered the city, someone was murdered in cold blood. Apparently, you can also save this woman. I didn't know that though, so yeah, rest in peace. We also received this note from some random guy I can't even see, but I already hate the city, so I'll revisit this later. Instead, I wanted my reward for getting rid of all the bandits, so I looked around for the cat, but for some reason he kept spawning under the ground. Eventually, after a few reloads, I managed to catch him before he fully phased through the ground and got my 400 gold. It's hard to describe how exploited I felt after this, and it took a lot of self-control not to torsionate his testiculars right here. But lucky for him, I have a meeting with some bearded men. I made my way up some long stairs and spoke to the Greybeards. They explained everything to me about the shout and the Dragonborn. Anyways, I showed them my big shout, and they were going to teach me another one outside, but we were rudely interrupted by some assassins who wanted revenge on me for killing Svarig. I don't know if they're meant to interrupt like this or if it was just coincidence, but I simply continued with my lesson. Afterwards, they wanted me to fetch some horn, but it was really far away and I was getting really tired. So I took the quick way down the mountain and back to Whiterun to get some rest. But the second I stepped inside the city walls, these weirdly dressed freaks approached me. I wasn't sure if they were real people or just visions from sleep deprivation, but since the guards started fighting them, I assumed they were real. I've officially had 2 attempts on my life in the span of a few hours, and that shit had me eepy. So I got some rest at the inn, and after some breakfast I read the note that one of the attackers had on them, which led me to go to Solstheim, which I can only get to from Windhelm, which is just straight up racist, specifically against Dark Elves and Argonians. Which obviously doesn't concern me because I'm neither. Anyways, I head towards the docks, where I guilt trip the sailor into taking me there, so I can look for Mirak. After some exploring, me and this woman I met figure out where he is, in this book, obviously, and he's controlling the people of Solstheim from here. Now, this is where I got soft locked because I haven't killed enough dragons, so yeah, I never went back here. But the second I stepped foot back in Skyrim, I had one more attempt on my life. This time an assassin from the Dark Brotherhood was sent after me, and not even 5 minutes later a thief tried to kill me as well. But whatever. I went and picked up this white vial, and on my way back this dragon accidentally attacked a chicken. Which was obviously my fault, and this old man gave me 5 gold for getting him the white vial. I almost started wailing my fists at this old man, but then I got 500 gold from his employee and found out that he was literally dying, so now I just felt horrible. To drown my guilt, I went to Morthal and solved the vampire murder mystery.
So it's true. The traitorous bitch.
Movart's lair. Take us. Yeah.
Which somehow left me with vampirism. But I already have enough people trying to kill me, so I fixed that real quick. I then went to retrieve the horn, but all I found was this note. So I headed back to the inn in Riverwood and asked for the attic room.
Attic room, eh? Well, we don't have an attic room.
Fuck
You
you
can have the
then.
one on the left. Make
When I wake up, I realize this woman has just been watching me sleep. At least she gave me the horn. She then took me to her basement, because she wants to know if I'm really Dragonborn. So to prove it, we have to go and kill a dragon. We get there just in time to find one dragon resurrecting another one. They jap for a bit in some made-up language. Then the dragon that was just brought back to life starts attacking us. But he was fucking drunk, so this was also an easy fight. Mirak stole the soul like the dickhead he is, but Delphine seems to be convinced. What an idiot. Turns out she's part of some organization called The Blade that killed dragons back in the days. She believes that the Thalmor are bringing the dragons back. She tells me that she has a plan to find out, so we agree to meet up back in Riverwood. On my way back, I kill another dragon and give the Greybeards the horn. They also verbally gangbanged me to see if I was worthy or something, I think. Anyway, at this point, I'd become really intrigued by this note, because I also kind of wanted to join the Dark Brotherhood. So I visited this freak-ass child, accepted his contract, where he wants me to get rid of an old woman who's apparently really mean to kids, despite running an orphanage.
But she's not kind.
And he was not lying.
And one more thing. I will hear no more talk of adoptions. None of you riffraff is getting adopted, ever. Nobody needs you. Nobody wants you.
So I waited until she went to sleep, and killing her honestly felt great. I tried to leave fast, but this dragon stopped me, so I collected his soul, and then shared the good news. The next time I went to sleep, I woke up in some random cabin, kidnapped by Astrid, who's with the Brotherhood. They know what I did to Grelod, and they're not mad I killed her, they're just mad that they didn't get paid for it. So she tells me that one of the people behind me have a contract on them.
If you turn around.
So I listen to each of them to try and figure out who it is. The first guy introduces himself as a killer and rapist, then threatens to mutilate me. So I'm guessing that he's not a lawyer. The second one really wants to die. The last guy seems pretty alright. I was told to only kill one, so I chose the first guy.
Testicular torture!
But I simply couldn't ignore the wishes of the woman, so I didn't. After that, Astrid basically calls me a good boy,
And you obeyed. Here.
gets my hopes up,
I say we take our relationship to the next level.
and invites me to the Brotherhood. Afterwards, while heading to the nearest city, I got this letter which really warmed my cold heart. So I entered the sewers of Solitude and got rid of the current drug addict living there, and took up the title of local drug addict. It wasn't really for me though, so I went back to killing dragons. And visited the Brotherhood Sanctuary to get my first few contracts. Took care of them, as well as another dragon.
A new hand touches the beacon.
Now we're going to infiltrate a party to see if the Thalmor know anything about the dragons. So we give this man all of our belongings, including my clothes, then walk through town butt naked.
Aren't you embarrassed?
He then gave me some weird fucking advice.
The party without being fingered as a spy. I'll take care of the rest.
Didn't know that's what I was risking, but the stakes are now much higher. Anyways, at the party we sneak away, and after some investigating, it turns out they don't know much about the dragons, but they're looking for someone who might.
Old guy named Esbern.
We get out alive and go tell Delphine what we learned. But first, I get this sick sword from helping Meridia. And at this point, I'm just gonna stop mentioning whenever I take down a dragon, but yeah, I took down another one. After talking to Astrid and getting more contracts, I went on a shopping spree. I bought a whole lot of books and a house. And safe to say, it's a piece of shit. Luckily, I get paid to take out my anger on other people, so I did just that. Oh, and I also joined the Thieves Guild and found Esbern.
I can't.
Oh my word.
If I had it, I'd pay. There's no need to do that.
Just pay them, Bercy.
Please, I don't have anything to pay with. Don't destroy my urn.
Just pay them, Bercy.
No, that urn was priceless.
Then I made my house a home. Celebrating this new accomplishment, I obviously spent some time with a considerably older woman, which wasn't very nice. Not because of her highly mummified status, but because I had to listen to this fuck-ass idiot the entire time. I hate this guy. The way he talks and just about everything else just pisses me off. Anyways, apparently this old woman doesn't speak to anyone really, except for me. Which is probably a good thing, because any sane person would probably not be okay with hearing this shit.
But he will never hear my voice.
Thankfully, I'm not sane. Astrid isn't really sure though, so we have to wait for her approval. In the meantime, I handled some more vampires, and thanks to what I can only assume is my imperial luck, I don't contract vampirism this time. Also, this bard who people really hate
Astrid had to hold a lottery to determine the client.
Is now also dead. Now, remember this incident and how I said I'd revisit this? Well, now's the time to do just that. There's a whole lot of stuff going on here, but simply put, the Forsworn used to live in the city, Ulfric and the Nords took it from them, and they're just trying to take it back. I wasn't really listening though, so I just assumed they were the bad guys and ruined everything for them. And when listening to the current Nord ruler of the city, I kinda realized I was on the Forsworn side, so I didn't really feel bad when this happened.
My wife. They killed her.
But now they want me dead, so it was too late to stop. This one guy gave me a lot of trouble, because he just wouldn't die. He also tried to arrest me in the middle of the fight at one point.
You're under arrest for murder and conspiracy against the city of Markarth.
Eventually I just gave up and left when he was down. And now I decided to let Delphine and Esbern reunite, and we're off to Skyhaven Temple, which you'll see in my next video. I really wanted to do everything in one video, but I felt like this one was already getting pretty long. But part 2 will be out within a week of posting this one. That's the plan anyways. I just didn't want to post what could possibly be over a 1-hour video, so sorry if that bothers you. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video either way. If you did, then consider liking and subscribing. Comments are also appreciated, of course. And if you like live streams, consider checking out my Twitch. That's all. Have a good day or night or whatever.